Welcome back. Today we're going to do my, May report. This is June at the moment. Before we get into today's data, I'd just like to say, once again, saving up for the holiday. TPT is paying for most of it. And one of the places we're going to visit behind, we had Lucerne the other day. Let's get to another part of Lucerne, which is the Lion Monument, a really cool monument to the fallen soldiers of the Swiss. So definitely go see it when you're in Lucerne. About 10 minutes walk outside the city. May last year is usually when sales start to taper off and they start to decline as people move into the school holidays. So let's get into it. Did that happen this year or did something else happen? Here we are in my dashboard. Since last month, I've uploaded 3 new products. I've been uploading crosswords, funny enough. I think that was last month or it was the beginning of this month. I've got 3 new followers, which is good. Whether it makes a difference, a lot of debate saying no, it doesn't actually make a difference for you. And I've got 2 new reviews, which is both 5 stars. Thank you very much. So look at 74 overall, an average of 48 reviews of 4.5. I came in May, the 97th percentile, 3163 stores. I think it was actually 40 stores closer, 20 stores. I think I got 3183 or something in April. So very small change on that. As always, I like to start with conversions. Conversions were a massive 91% up. 18% up from 9.5% from last year, about 3-4% up my average. So I normally average around about 14-15% increase. So that's nice to see. That happened fairly early on. If we look at, they've changed all the data on here. So we've got my conversions. We should go in there. And okay. So we'll start with conversions. What we're also going to look at here is changes. They've actually changed the level of engagements and unique buyers, and they've got different data in there. So let's have a look at those as well. Unique buyers, I had 146 unique buyers last year. I had 115. What I'm finding looking at the data is I'm getting a lot more repeat buyers at this time of the year as I'm moving towards the end of term here in Australia and also the end of year in the US. So obviously people know what products they want and they go back to the sellers that they actually know. Carts, the way we're looking at these carts is individual sales. So I've sold 147 individual sales or carts under the new terminology coming out from TPT, which is a 19% increase in last year. So we'll see where we're going here from here. We've actually increased our conversions and the number of sales. The units sold, 161 versus 143, 13% increase. Did we get a 13% increase in our income for the month? Because units per unique buyer. So that was down based on last year's data. And because this is a new data set or data point, I don't know how to assess it at this point. So I'm going to have to spend a bit more time looking at that because I'm not sure what data they go in. I'm going to have to go down and read the notes from TPT. Units per cart. So basically, on average, I'm selling one item at a time. So I don't know if that configures into people when I see sales. I actually see people who buy different products, whether they're adding both to the one cart and then checking out, which I think is probably the case if they're buying them at the same time, or whether they're buying something, having a look, liking the quality, coming back and buying a second product from me in the same instance. Earnings per view, I think this is quite an interesting one. So I'm getting at 98 cents per view, which is almost 100% increase of what I did last year at 49 cents per view. Earnings per unit. So per unit, I assume that's sale. I'm averaging about $5.30 per sale, and compared to $4.70 last year. The next one is earnings per cart. So earnings per cart has increased by 7.2% to $5.81 on the average price per cart. Now let's get up to the final one, which is earnings for the month. So we're up 27% from last year, which is really surprising. That came a result of a couple of bundles that I sold that boosted it from last year. So bundles make a big difference to your monthly sales. And the last thing we're going to check is the traffic. So once again, virtually all of it has come through direct, a little bit from probably Pinterest, and a little bit from a non-TPT search. So that's the argument is you've got to make sure you get your SEO correct on TPT, because that's how you get most of your customers, and that's what you should concentrate on. Hopefully you found this useful. And June will be my last monthly report, and then I'm going to go to a different sort of format to be more relevant, hopefully give a better explanation of what's actually happening in the store. But like I said, I'll tell you that when we get to July. Till then, keep up the good work. Thank you.